to come to or to go to the States, you have to have a spotlessly clean record. You can't have been imprisoned. You can't have been arrested. You have to have eyes which were never tainted by glaucoma. And I don't know what. Anyway, in Egypt, if you owned a radio receiver to listen to music or whatever, you have to get a license. And to get a license, you go to designated place and pay a certain amount of money and you get a license. Because I knew I was going to Port Said from Alexandria, I wouldn't be back in time. I applied for the license early, a month or two earlier, and went to Port Said with it. At least it didn't matter, but I went to Port Said. When I came back to Alexandria, the people in charge wrote me a letter and said, "You didn't buy your license." Well, I had. In fact, I had kept a copy of the receipt. So I went and showed it to them, and they said, "Forget it, that's okay." 2 weeks later, again, a registered letter, "You've broken the law, we're going to imprison you." And again, I went to police station and said, "Okay, you're fine." I went back home, and someone the next day or two knocked on the door, and they handcuffed me, and they took me to jail. And then I had to get a lawyer to defend me, and anyway, but it's the rule of law doesn't apply easily in Egypt.
So you were arrested. So did that make a problem for when you were trying to come here?
Well, I wanted that erased from my record, so I wrote a letter to the Egyptian Gazette, the English newspaper. Alien's uncle was a big wheel there. Anyway, I wrote a letter, and he printed it in the late local paper, at least the English paper. And the Egyptian government didn't like this. They said, "Make us look like we're terrible." Well, I said, "That's what happened." "No, you have to take it out." I said, "Well, I'll take it out when I am sure you've erased my prison record." So we went to the Muhafza, as it's called, the place where they keep those records. They took out my file, they gave it to me, and they said, "You can tear it up, do anything you want to with it, but I want you to print a retraction." So after a few days, a retraction appeared in the paper which said I must have made a mistake.
So you bribed them, sort of.
Well, I bribed them.